Hi everyone, in this example we're going to work on solving another triangle and finding the values of all the trig functions. So part one wants the value of all the trig functions, so we can go through sine beta, cosine beta, tangent beta, cotangent beta. You can list these in whatever order you want. Just make sure the order doesn't become a crutch, so I'm mixing them up on purpose. Cosecant beta and a secant beta. Okay, so sine of beta, if we've got our memorization going, we'll know that sine of beta should be opposite, which will be over here, so this is opposite, over hypotenuse, which is always right across from the right angle, which leaves this one to be adjacent. And I run into a problem right away because I don't have opposite. So this is where with triangles, there's not a ton going on. It's not too bad, but you do have to be able to bring any of the different pieces into any problem. And in this one, what we need is a Pythagorean theorem. So if we're trying to solve for the side opposite, we're going to take the hypotenuse squared minus the adjacent side squared, and we're going to square root it. So we get root 40. Okay, so sine of beta is root 40 over 7. And you could extract a 4 out of that, make it 2 root 10. I don't care if you do that or not, but that's a good skill to have. So if you need a little practice, just play around with it. Cosine of beta. Cosine of beta is going to be adjacent over hypotenuse, so 3/7. That works out rather nicely. And then tangent is opposite over adjacent, so root 40 over 3. Okay, the others, I just use the quotient or reciprocal identities, generally reciprocal. Tangent and cotangent are reciprocals, which means this should be 3 over root 40. Cosecant and sine are reciprocals, which means this should be 7 over root 40. And secant and cosine are reciprocals, which means this should be 7 over 3. Okay, so there's all sides and the value of all three trig functions. For part 2, we're also supposed to find the values of the angles. So let's work on beta first. And again, you can snag any of these. So I'm going to snag cosine because that looks the easiest to type into my calculator. Again, please take a second to ask yourself if there's any special value that you should be recognizing. However, 3/7 does not look like something associated with any of my special angles. So I'm going to go ahead and say, oops, not cosine, but inverse cosine of 3/7 is about 64.62 degrees. Don't forget the degrees. It's really important. Those are your units. And then if I want to find the other side, 64.62 degrees, the other angle, I can use the angles add up to 180 again. And if you're comfortable, you can just subtract that 90 out right away. So the two non-right angles have to add up to 90, which means that, here, we'll call it alpha. Alpha is going to be 90 minus 64.62, which is going to give us, what, 35.6238? 35.38. You'd think I would be really quick on my decimals, but I'm not always. Let's just double check me. 90 minus, I'll just grab that. Oh, whoa, I was way off. Oh no, I wasn't way off. I was off by 10. I guess that's pretty way off. 25, geez, 25. Trying to add up to 90, not 100. Okay, so this is about 25.38 degrees. All right, thanks for watching.